This is deep. It's real deep. He said, this is Black History Month. Listen to this now. He said, this is Black History Month. I don't see no parades. I don't see no celebrations. I don't see no banners. So, how did Black History Month become recognized and commemorated in the month of February? It sure wasn't NAACP, because NAACP ain't nowhere to be found on any issue that's dealing with civil rights violation. You tell them, look, I got a problem. I was thrown in jail. I ain't do no crime or nothing like this. National NAACP is the National Association of Colored People. They get donations, millions and millions and millions of dollars. So everyone's sitting inside working for the NAACP, getting a good salary, living nice and lavishly. It costs them nothing out of their pockets to pay to look into any kind of issues that's dealing with a civil rights violation. Not only George Floyd, which they didn't look into. They wasn't there to stand out, have lawyers and attorneys and stand themselves there in support of the violation of his civil rights and human rights at the time. Like to this day, you say, look, I've been locked up, thrown in jail, nothing, did anything, didn't do no crime. They just locked me up for no reason. There's no Martin Luther King, all these Malcolm, they marched. Thurgood Marshall fought out the street, went in the trenches among the people. Goddamn kids was denied. And all kinds of shit was going on at the time that black was suffering. But the point of the matter is, what is this with this Black History Month? Because I'm scratching my head. I'm like, I've been crying about, not crying, but I've been trying to get redress for years now. It's still struggling. They dragging foot on this issue. But it's not NAACP. It's not civil rights organizations that's supposed to be among Martin Luther King establishment, civil rights, Martin Luther King statues, and his organization that deals with civil rights violations of, black people, because they're the most underrepresented people. The Asian get good representation from their little Asian leaders. The Hispanic get representation from their Hispanic leaders. Whites don't have no problem because they practically, laid the foundation for American and constitutions of America, by which giving black people, ex-slaves, ancestors of ours, human rights and civil rights. That's equivalent or equal to white people being entitled to and having civil and human rights as well. That shouldn't be violated or abused in any form. But where did that Black History Month celebration, acknowledgement, commemoration come about? And I asked a few people, say, yo, how did that come about? Who established the Black History Month? Not one could answer that question. Why? Then I see people on Facebook. Then you got celebrities and they jumping out of the woodworks. Now they want to talk about they being black and they recognize black history, doing all this. They don't get nothing to the community. No stores, no restaurants, no corporations, no industries. They sell everything they get. They get a BET, they sell that out. They get the Oprah, she sell her little thing out. Soul Train, they sold out. They don't keep nothing. So the generation coming up ain't got nothing. They back up to square one. They got to try to make it the best way they can. But where's that commemoration? Who established the commemoration of Black History Month in February? No one can answer it. I don't even see all these people talking about, oh, yeah, well, your people, now you're jumping out the woodworks. You got to feel your little people that's supposed to have been alleged civil rights leaders that's against abuses of black people rights in any kind of way and form that's obvious. Nowhere to be found. They jumping out on there. They on the internet and say, oh, yeah, back and demonstrations and Martin Luther King doing it again. We're talking about today. What happened back then allows us to go forward and make things better so we don't have to go through any of that from back then. We shouldn't be even talking about it like that back then. We should be talking about all the advances being made today. Not because this guy is a billionaire and being Afro American, because you got and on an island, because he's about a little grain of sand compared to a lot of European and American whites that own islands, private islands, and he don't own the most expensive islands, private yachts and jets and stuff. We ain't going into all that. Who establishes Black History Month? In 1976, Gerald Ford, president, established to recognize the things that blacks did to contribute to America's growth. Good night.